Today we're going to be doing a more in-depth summer makeup look. I have been doing kind of shorter videos of this summer makeup look, but I'm going to do a longer version so you know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm also going to change things up just a little bit. But I want to tell you something first. My eyebrows are already done and I do have some mascara on, and I have already primed my face. I use this e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite. So first things first, I am going to use this cream highlight color. So this is a cream foundation color for deeper, darker skin tones. So this would be a foundation color for very deep, dark skin tones. It's a little too dark for me, but I have loved using it as a bronzer and as a contour. So we're going to use it as a bronzer. I'm just gonna take my detail brush, this broom end, I'm going to go into that, and I'm going to just put it up on my forehead right here, where the sun would normally hit your face. I really think that this makes an excellent bronzer for light to medium, medium to darker skin tones. Blend that kind of into your hairline. And I'm kind of using it as like a forehead contour too. So I just want to leave this area right here of light open. Then I'm also going to run this on top of my cheekbones here because this is where the sun would normally hit me. And we'll put a little bit on our chin. So I've already kind of contoured my forehead, but I'm going to contour with this color here. It's called NV1. It's a Demi color. I'm just going to get a little bit on my brush. We're just going to do a light contour right here. Demi works really well in the summer. So lightweight, even lighter than the 3D foundations, and it's so natural looking. So now let's add a little bit of color correction. I have a little bit of redness on my nose. I have a little bit of redness here and here. We're just going to color correct that minimally because our face already has a lot of natural color to it. So if we covered it up completely with one color, it'd be like starting all over again with a blank canvas. And why would you want to start with a blank canvas when you have all that beautiful color already in your face? So we're just going to color correct and even out. We're more going to even out our skin tone. So just a very little bit. I didn't use a whole lot there, and I'm just going to kind of hit that little freckle right there that's really dark. I just like to mute that guy a little bit. I don't like to get rid of him, but just mute him a little bit. That's all the color correcting I'm going to do on my face. Now we're going to blend all of this in, and then we're going to move forward after that. I'm going to just use this denser end of this blush and bronzer brush and just really blend. And then we're going to go along our cheekbones here and get that all blended in. See what really beautiful bronzing that color does? Tap that color corrector we did in a little bit. And then we're just going to very lightly blend and buff out that contour we applied. Just because you want to see a harsh line, but you at least want it to be blended in a little bit. So this is our brightener. So I'm just going to kind of put this right here in between my brows in the center of my forehead. I'm also going to just run a little, very light dusting on my jawline right here, just to kind of brighten that up down there. I'm going to tap a little bit right in the center here. Then we're just going to blend that in. Now, if you had color correction you need to do to your under eyes, this is where you would do your color correction to your under eyes. I don't have a lot of color correcting to do, but I do want to brighten the under eyes. So again, I'm going to go into Demi, and I'm going to just add a little bit of brightness to this inner corner. Now, if I had to color correct my under eyes, if it was a very small area, I could do that with Demi. If it was a pretty big area, I could do it with Demi 2. I just want to hit up the most saturated area of color. and that would just make the rest of the color just kind of disappear. However, you can use your 3D foundation colors if you have one that you're already using to color correct and you like it. Use that to color correct it and then just brighten with a little bit lighter color like this Demi 01, or you could even use a lighter highlight shade, a lighter foundation shade. I'm just brightening this area up a little bit. But again, we're doing a very low maintenance kind of makeup look. This is just kind of a more in-depth tutorial of it. We can also contour our nose too. I'm just going to take some of that 01 and run it down the center of my nose, just a very thin line, and at the tip of my nose. And then I'm going to take my multitasker brush and I'm going to go into that highlight shade that we used as a bronzer, and I'm going to draw a really thin line. And you can skip contouring your nose if you want, because you know this is a minimal look. I just thought I'd share a little bit of nose contouring since we're in it now, huh? And down there, and then I'm going to also contour or line, not really contour. Well, it's kind of contouring. Line my lips too. Look fuller. We put a little dot in there, but then we're gonna take the 01, kind of line the Cupid's bow, because we want to brighten that up some. Okay, now let's blend this in. For the lips, we're just going to add a little bit of lip color. We don't need to really blend any of this in. Now you have a few choices when it comes to what you're gonna do with your lips and cheeks, because it's summer. I like to kind of stay a little light and bright for summer. So this color, Madrid or Maui, those are two really good colors. But I've also been taking this new color, Renaissance, and this is a limited edition color, so it's not gonna be around forever. And I've been blending it in with some rose gold illuminator. So let's just use this today. In my previous videos, I've been using these two together, but we're just gonna use the Madrid. This gives a really nice summery kind of, just still makes you look sun-kissed. Just a little bit, you don't need a lot. Just going very light here. Light hand is what we want for summer. And then what I would do is take that same color and you can apply that to your lips. But what I'm gonna do is add the Maui over top of it to make it a little bit glossy. You can also add, if you wanted to, you can add the Maui color also along the high points of your cheeks. It'll give it just a little bit of shine. Already primed my eyes with my lightest highlight shade. Now I'm going to take the smudge brush and I'm going to go into that cream highlight color again. And I'm just going to, I've been using this almost daily as an eyeshadow because it's so quick and easy. And I'm just going above my crease, in my crease, and then I'm just kind of going a little bit in this outer corner and then running it along under my eyes too. Isn't that pretty? And then you could just leave it like this, or you can amp it up a little bit and we can add some a rose gold illuminator to the lid to really give it a pop of shine if you want. But I really think it looks pretty by itself because you kind of already have that lighter highlight shade on your eye. That just gives it some lightness and brightness. Use that, remember, as a primer. And then just make sure that's blended in as much as you want. I think this just looks so beautiful on the eyes. It's just like the perfect eye color. Take a little bit of that rose gold illuminator. You can even use one of your lip and cheek colors like that Maui or Madrid. You could pop in there too on your lid. You can just amp up your shine just a little bit with that. Put a little in your inner corners maybe. Pop some up here in the arch of your brow just to give a little shimmer. And that's it. That's the final look. And honestly, you don't even have to use the Demi to contour if you don't want to. You can just use that same highlight shade that you used as a bronzer. Just use that as contour too. You don't even have to contour. But this is a super simple, easy summer makeup look that I really think just makes you look fresh and glowy and sun-kissed. And it's so easy. It is just the easiest look. And I'm telling you, I'm going to be just wearing this all summer long. That's why I've done so many videos on it. But this was a more in-depth, longer video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can get all my up-to-date content. Like and comment for me, please. That really helps me out. And lastly, if you need any of the products I use, I'm going to link them below in the caption.